Hey friends, I was just thinking, this just randomly came to me and I wanted to share. The deadliest addiction that humanity has, especially those who are just really like suffering a lot. The deadliest addiction is the addiction we have to our past stories, to our traumatized identities that we don't realize it because it's normal in this society. It has been, but like the effort and the work that we put into keeping these old small identities alive just to keep ourselves in these boxes, and it's really a trap of the mind. It's really the mind that does this, and I want to say it's the deadliest addiction because oftentimes it won't, although it won't actually kill you, and it will keep you alive, it will keep you safe, but at what cost? At the cost of being the living dead, of being like a zombie where you're not really here nor there, you're off in your mind, and you're off in these old paradigms of who you think you are, of why you're not good enough, of why something's wrong with you, about how you struggled with this your whole life. All of these things that we've just been conditioned to do, that once you accept the fact that you're already perfect and there's freaking nothing wrong with you, there's nothing wrong with you. When you really just, even as an experiment, accept the fact that there's actually nothing wrong with you and you're perfect and whole and complete as you are right now, always, all of this fucking bullshit that you've been struggling with your whole life will actually just start to dissolve. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy because, obviously we have deaths and rebirths and there's stuff that's going to purge. But once you learn how to just purge and have your process and not get so freaked out by it, you just start to purge all this bullshit with a lot more ease and grace because you don't care anymore, because you're not obsessed with your mind. You're not obsessed with all of your mind's rules and limitations that used to rule and like govern this whole matrix. You start realizing that all of this stuff in your logical mind that you thought was your God is literally just your mind, and it really doesn't matter. It's just an experience. It's not God. It's not something to be really taken that seriously, and focus on who you really are, on your soul, on how you feel, on your experience, on the fact that you are literally God consciousness incarnated. It's amazing. Let's see, is there anything else on that? It's just beautiful, really focusing on the fact that you're already whole and complete and dropping all the mental bullshit that doesn't even matter, so that way you don't have to be a walking dead. You can actually live every day fully in this moment as we were meant to, as we were designed to. Because there's this benevolent, powerful light, and it's always been this way, but I truly think and feel and know that it's stronger than ever now and getting stronger every day. This light, this benevolent force, this power of love that's like within us, this light, whatever you want to call it, it has no name, but it's getting stronger and stronger every single day for many reasons, but the reasons don't even matter. The fact is that it's getting stronger, and it's always trying to uplift you in every moment. And what's crazy, again, and I'm going to say this probably a lot because it really is it feels like the block for a lot of people right now, is the fact that we don't allow it, and we don't realize the ways that we're not allowing this light in, because we're stuck in our minds. It's crazy. Mind control is a hell of a drug. Freeing yourself from the mind, I really don't believe the mind is meant to lead us. I think the mind is meant to be an amazing tool. Because the more I go on this journey, the more I see that the ways that the mind has been leading me and others, the more I can just see how destructive it is, how self-destructive it is, and how it's creating its own prisons, and we are all creating our own prisons. No one is doing this to us. That's the hard pill to swallow. You can look and you can be a victim, and you can look at all the ways in which, we've been led into this nonsense, and I would agree with you, but at the end of the day, if you don't accept the fact that it was you who gave your power away, and that it's only you who can take your power back, and when you realize, get up and realize you're not a victim to anything, that's when you can start living in this new level of freedom in this life where everything just comes to you. I don't know how else to explain it. It's magical. It's a new paradigm. It's a new way of being. It's us that keeps us in these limiting ways of being, and these things where we think we have to struggle, we have to suffer, we have to do the most just to be okay. It's all in the mind. It's so crazy, you guys. I'm going to keep this short for now, but I'm going to share more. I have some really amazing things coming out soon that I'm going to be sharing. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be something that it's something I've really enjoyed creating. And what was I going to say? I was going to say one more thing. I don't know, maybe it wasn't meant. But so much love to you all. What was I gonna say? Why does my mind do this? I don't know. But you're so loved. This is amazing. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna edit on this because I guess this is kind of a fun thought in a weird way. You know, I think I've said this before, but it's like breaking out of the matrix, breaking out of the mind control, or whatever you want to call it. You know, it's so much more than like conspiracy theories. It's so much more. Honestly, that's just the surface level. Because when you realize, like, okay, there's the first level of like, look at all this crazy stuff that, you know, this small group of people has been doing in order to twist the nature of the universe that's meant to benefit everyone and hoard it for themselves at the expense of everyone else, which is so insane to do that. And I literally pity those people because that's insane, you know, to have that kind of reality. But anyways, you know, so people, you know, I'm just realizing deeper and deeper, like that's literally just the surface level. When you realize the actual impact, though, that all of these systems, it's not even the systems themselves, it's the impact that the systems have had on us. Again, making us in this way where we are slaves to our own life. It's so crazy, and it sucks in a way, but you got to give credit where credit's due because it's very intelligent how they did that. And, you know, it's okay to feel bitter and sad about that because it's understandable, but at the same time, like, once you get past that and you realize that your potential for freedom now is limitless and you are the only one holding you back now, once you understand what I'm saying, you can be so free. You can live so freaking amazingly, incredibly, beyond what anyone's ever told you. You can live in a very amazing way, and you can help others to do that as well. And I think that's why we're here, is because we're coming back. We're freeing ourselves. We're returning home. We're returning to God. Amazing times, and that feeling is so good, it's so sweet that you don't even have time to be bitter about the past because it's like, this is fucking all there is. This is amazing. Again, full circle, why am I going to be bitter about who I was or what I used to do when everything I could ever want and need and beyond is right here available for me now? Who am I going to be bitter about something in the past? You know what I mean? Again, have your process, but realize you're already perfect, whole, and complete in every now moment. And you don't need anything. You don't need to, you know, all this bullshit that we've been taught. It just starts to dissolve really quickly, and you realize who you really are again, for real. You know, it's like God remembering that it's God. It's like, oh yeah, what am I doing? So hopefully this is helpful. I could just keep going on and on about this, but stay tuned. I have something really amazing coming out. I don't want to share too much about it yet, but it's in the vein of all this stuff. If all this stuff excites you and inspires you and it makes you feel, you know, that feeling like, you know, then you're going to really love it. So much love to you all. Just thank you for being here, and I'll talk to you soon.